About to go live. We're live. Welcome. It is Wednesday evening of what we are calling Hell Week. Ultimate Guide to Spooky Empire. Oh my God, guys, we have what, like 8 days to go before Spooky. We are all freaking out. We are all freaking out. None of us have packed. This is like us just being fucking insane. So before we get anything else, yes, good evening, and let's get into the disclaimer because you guys got to stop getting offended over shit, man. I'm telling you. Okay, number one, we are not Spooky Empire. We do not represent Spooky Empire. We're a fan-run webcast. I can't believe we have to say this fucking again. We do not speak for Spooky Empire. We give our opinions and our experience as longtime con attendees. We use vulgarity on the show. We talk about adult situations and such. So put the kids to bed. If you get offended easily, get the fuck out. I think that should about cover it. So let's start. Let's see. Astara and Kairos, good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
And what are you guys drinking this evening?
I actually am kind of just it's a diet cherry Coke. Haven't had one of those in a while and just felt like I wanted the taste of cherry in my mouth.
And I am drinking I'm drinking IGA Diet Cola.
Yes, ghetto cola. Hell yeah.
The cola is nice. Nicely
We
done.
are, hey, remember, we are the white trash aristocrats. So, you know.
Hey, hello again, Robbie. Haven't seen you in a while.
Hey, what's up, guys?
So, what are you drinking this evening, madam?
I'm drinking 19 Crimes, Cabernet. It's actually
Ooh.
really nice. Yeah, and right now they have that thing on the bottle where you download the app and you like point it at the bottle and the bottle comes alive.
Really?
Yeah, it's super fucking cool. Yeah.
Seen those? They're awesome.
Yeah, very cool. So yeah,
Wow.
so cheers to that.
Yeah, cheers. Oh, I think that cup, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
I love that. That's awesome. I like that. That's very cool. And Mike, Big Daddy Mike, back in the house. Good to see you, sir. It's been a while.
Yes, work.
Work. I'm protecting and serving, of course. And what are you drinking this evening, sir?
Yeah, unfortunately, work keeps me busy. Be that as it may.
What are you drinking this? Yeah. What are you drinking this evening, sir?
Tonight, it's iced tea with a mixture of this that I just finished off.
Oh, tattoo rum. Nice.
And a little bit of...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, geez, no.
Oh! Mike's a pro, man. If you're going to drink with Mike, man, you better prepare your liver because holy shit.
Yeah, talk about a stiff drink there.
If I had enough time, I would mix up another batch of my pepper drink. Unfortunately, time being what it is, I don't have enough time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that, especially you. Oh, awesome. But yeah, as we said, it is Hell Week, and all of us that have been to Spooky more than once, we know you cannot pack for Spooky the night before. If you've looked at our Facebook page, we have put up packing lists. We have put up tips videos by, I know Magister Kairos has done one. I know Rob has done one. And some of the other cast members will be doing them in the week to come. Stuff on like foot care, food choices, packing lists, costuming. We've got all sorts of stuff. So if you haven't checked out the Facebook page, make sure you do so. Also, so speaking of which, so Mike, how ready are you? How's your prep going?
Fine.
Well done, sir.
No, honestly, I have not got jack shit ready. Honestly, it's going to be that I got to work the night before because I'm on night shift now. So by the time I'm able to really get my stuff ready, I'm gonna get home at 6 o'clock in the morning, throw some shit together, and leave out of the door by 10 to make it over to Orlando by 11 or 12 to continue doing this.
Remember that.
Priorities.
Yep.
Yeah, priorities, man. They are important. So Robbie, how's your preparation going?
All right, so just to give you an idea what's going on in this house, right? All right, on this table right now, we have we have LED lights. I have some blood, some 99, some spray paint, acrylic. We have an iron. All right.
That's some
shit.
fun sexual aids right there.
Everything else is a disaster. I could barely fucking walk in this room right now. So yeah, things are going great. Just
I feel severely underprepared now.
And toilet paper, because you never know, right?
Yeah,
Always toilet paper.
Is for shit.
Yeah. Well, see, toilet paper is for like after spooky, because I mean, those of us that are old school or from the Northeast, mischief night, Devil's Night. That's where you break out the toilet paper.
I'm working that night, so.
Oh, Daddy Mike is coming for your ass, toilet paper. Yeah.
My city.
Oh, Kairos and Astara. Or Genevieve. I'm sorry. Kairos and Genevieve. Genevieve is with us this evening.
Yes, I am Genevieve Levance.
And you're not.
No, but we are not really prepared at all. We haven't packed. We haven't finished costumes. We don't know what we're bringing food-wise.
And you know me. I'm always I'm a chef in the fucking room. So the main costume that I've wanted to do this costume since I was about 12 years old. It's almost kind of done, but there's a lot of work still to be done. Hers, not. The kitchen right now is exploding because I'm making the pumpkin bread and ginger bats. God knows how many dozen I'm going to need to make for spooky. There's no packing at all whatsoever that has gone on.
I haven't even unpacked from Dragon Con.
She hasn't even unpacked from fucking Dragon Goddamn Con.
So I think I'm just going to like leave it as it is and just take what's in there and then maybe throw a few extra things with it.
Because when you're white trash aristocrats, that's the fuck how you roll.
Exactly. It's really easy to pack from conventions if you just never unpack from the previous
Yeah, exactly. The box I have under my table right now actually has my Bride of Frankenstein costume from the last spooky and some corsets and things that, I just kind of been going in there and pulling random shit out like, oh, I need this thing. It's in this box. But the rest stays in there.
Yep.
So yeah. Efficient packing right there. Just leave it.
Yeah.
And we still haven't even like ventured into the Kokoi room because that's the fucking
that's where everything that we need is.
Yeah.
But well,
yeah.
We are the last.
So apparently you're totally not a spooky vet unless you're panicking like we are. I mean, between makeup trials and trying on the costumes and trying to find stuff to pack and trying to, oh my friggin' God. I know on the Facebook page, it looks like that we are much more organized, but this is all part of it right here. We have lots of great lists and like great videos and tips for you guys that'll do wonderfully. So you guys will be much more prepared than we are. So we're that generous.
Not as we do.
Exactly. Yep. In case anybody hears like some background noise, we do have a live studio audience right now. Just, just be aware.
So in between all of this, I'm actually teaching a young lady how to bake and stuff like that. So between the webcast and packing and bake. So yeah,
yeah, that's pretty much where we are. Oh my God. Okay. You know what? The big topic that everyone has been talking about ever since it was announced, I want to say Friday, maybe. I don't remember exactly, was the Elvira Funko Pops. Oh my God. Now, I understand why Spooky has done this. I understand why Elvira has released this limited edition, wonderful Funko Pop. It is $55 if you've seen it. It is Elvira with like this orange and purple makeup and this orange ball gown and black, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Now, we do have all the information about the Funko Pops. I've already seen, oh my God, this is like Tickle Me Elmo or Cabbage Patch Kids or Beanie Babies all over again. Mm-hmm. A number of the cast have been gotten emails from people begging from other countries. Oh, yeah. And if you look on eBay, people are paying like $200 and $300 as a pre-sale, which really isn't a good idea, let's be honest. But Oh, this is insane.
That's gonna be a disaster. That whole fucking pre-sale thing.
And this is why we
what the fuck? How do you guarantee that you're even gonna get one? Let alone how many ever? 3?
Well, I think that the limit on them is 3 per person, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yes, it's 3 per person. That's correct.
Because people are going to definitely take as many as they can.
Yeah. And I'm going to put it out there. Don't be that asshole that buys 3 of them just because you want to sell the other ones. Give people like me a chance that want one, get the one.
That's right.
No, exactly. They ain't going to do that. Oh, we have Spooky Empire. We have Spooky Empire in the chat room asking if we can get them in Elvira Funko Pop. So you know what? If you go to our eBay page, it's $235, and that's the pre-sale. So
listen, there's only one way to get the fucking Funko Pop. You have to beat your ass at Spooky Empire to fucking get it yourself. So
you have to be a paid attendee.
That's right. Empire. Paid entry. Make your line. You know, do the thing. Stay for the rest of the convention. You know, be that guy.
Yeah. But I guarantee you somebody's going to show up just to try and get that and be like, I want to get the Elvira Funko Pop. Do you have a pass? No. Want to get the hell out.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. There are going to be a lot of those. Now, just to clear things up, first of all, VIP will get in first. Now, the con opens up at 1 p.m., but the autograph room where these are going to be sold is not going to open until 5 p.m., and that's 4 p.m. for VIPs. Now, everybody's all worried, oh, the VIPs are going to get them all first. No, they're not, because there's only 200 VIPs. So let's just do the math. There's 200 VIPs. Let's say every single one of the VIPs got in line. There's only 3 per person. They're selling 1,500. That's only 600 of them.
Right.
So, yeah. But, and everyone's wondering if Elvira is going to be signing them on Friday. It's a point of contention right now, but from what I understand, Elvira is going to be in costume and doing photo ops at 5:30 to 7:30, I want to say.
Yeah.
So she's not signing Friday. Yeah, right. Go ahead, Mike.
If I understand that, I was reading it because I'm like, okay, I want to get one myself. And it clearly states that she's not going to be signing Friday because of her photo op commitment. So that the people that want the photo op with her get the photo op with her. I mean, she's trying to accommodate everybody as much as she can. So y'all got to, I mean, for all of you jackwagons and wingnuts that are bitching and moaning, give her some fucking credit. You know, she's trying to get you the picture you want with her in her Elvira and still get you the Funko Pop and sign it for you.
Yeah, of course. All the experiences. That was one of the great things about her. You know, she's really one of those celebrities that cares about her fans. And, you know, like what Mike's saying, that just, you know, just give her a chance if I can do it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just have to say one more thing because...
No, please do. Please do.
In my job, I've become very jaded and very bitter and grumpy. So if I sound bitter and grumpy, please forgive me. It's my profession. So if you hear me call someone a wingnut and it offends you, guess what? You're a wingnut. Period. All right. So.
That's so polite, though. A wingnut. That's like, we call people so much worse. And that's what.
No.
You're on the webcast.
Well, I have to be semi-politically.
Yeah, exactly. He's got to, you know.
He's got his rep to uphold.
I have to be semi-politically correct, so I can't call him an asshole outright, but I can call him a wingnut. You know?
So as someone,
that's code.
As someone who is former law enforcement and I'm no longer with our local agency, I'll go ahead and say it. You're a fuck ass. He's trying to say, don't be a fucking jackass mother bitch. Don't do that.
Okay, and just to piggyback on that, okay, line up in an orderly manner. Listen to the fucking volunteers, okay?
Yes.
Please, you are not entitled to these Funko Pops. Just follow the directions of the staff. Be courteous. You are dealing with other human beings. Don't start fighting over them like they're fucking beanie babies. They're little pieces of plastic. Let's be realistic here, okay? If you need to come back to get it signed, come back the next day to get it signed. Let's do this in an orderly fashion and stop being the chaotic nitwits that we're seeing all over online, harassing Spooky Empire attendees. Oh, please, I'm from Peru. Please come, go get me one for free. And fuck you.
To harp on the not harassing the Spooky Empire, volunteers. these are probably some of the best volunteers I've seen by far, you know, between MegaCon and whoever else you've gone to. Leave them people alone. Don't fuck with my people. All right. Let them do their job. They're there to enjoy the convention just like you are. They will help you. Just don't be an asshole. Period.
Yeah. And just to clarify something else, you know, this is all Elvira's. The Funko Pops are coming from Elvira's camp, not Spooky's. Don't get on Spooky's case and cause them all fucking headaches and shit because you feel like you're entitled to this little piece of plastic. Okay.
Yeah,
Stop it.
God knows you do it every other day of the year. So why, you know?
Yeah. And if you're caught skipping lines, people will probably literally murder you. So just don't do that.
We're getting Mike on your ass. If you're cutting line, you're going to get Big Daddy Mike. You see that?
Yeah,
big man right there.
I want to say that they're actually preparing pretty well for the lines themselves. I mean, already as it is, when Spooky Empire, anything having to do with VIP or the celebrities or whatever, they already have a pretty good handle on the lines and people watching the lines and all that and manning the lines. And I want to say for this Elvira thing, they're getting some extra people on there to make sure that it's done right and that nobody's skipping and that nobody's being a dick. So
that's good.
This is why we love Spooky, man. This is why we love Spooky so much.
From what I hear, there's some extra volunteers, maybe some even other people that are, more with, I don't want to say more authority, but, just some grown-ups there.
Grown-ups. Hell no. No, don't make it so we got to bring grown-ups in, because if we have to bring grown-ups in, it's going to get ugly. And Horror and Sons is in the chat room.
This is my weekend not to be a grown-up. So
right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and Spooky attendees are very, as you can see, we are a family. We do band together. We are very protective of our con. So if you're acting like an asshole over an Elvira Funko Pop, we're going to throw down. And you know what? And Horror and Sons is in the chat room right now, our sponsor. And if you're curious about our autographs, where our autograph prices have come from, it's all Horror and Sons, who's doing an amazing Halloween horror series right now. Check out horrorandsons.com. But they did say they're wondering about my pumpkin beret here, which I am digging very, very much, and I make no apologies for, not a one. And he's saying, you're going to love this. He's wondering if Rerun knows I stole his hat.
I'll just like it. I would wear that. I think it's bomb as fuck. Where did you get it?
It was on Etsy. It was someone on Etsy, but I'll tell you what, I'm taking the rerun and I'm running with it, man. I'm in for
rerun. I'm say is, if you don't understand that reference, you are too young to even be on this damn show. If you don't understand this reference, you are not supposed to be watching this show. Period.
Nice, yes.
That's right. Pop and lock, pop and lock, pop and lock. That's me, baby.
You need the suspenders. We have got to find you matching suspenders if you're gonna.
I'm in, man.
That would be amazing.
You know what? Actually, Art Tackle Guy has a costume question. He has asked, how long do you wait for a piece to come in before you just say fuck it and finish the costume without it? That's actually a really great question. Mike?
It depends on the piece. If it's something that I can't make myself, then I may have to bite the bullet and, hey, somebody, I need this. But if it's something that I can make and if I'm not too lazy to make it, I don't know, the week before if I have to, just to give myself enough time. I don't know what everybody else's work schedule is, but I'm pretty sure that's the same for everybody. You got real jobs, so you got to work around that. So
my thing is more of a budgeting thing, because I want to make sure that I have enough money to have a good time at Spooky. So, rather than like I was wanting to use, for example, clear Warbler for a project that I'm doing for the Spooky, and to buy the whole sheet is pretty expensive. I only need a little fucking piece, right? So instead of having to go and buy a whole sheet or even half sheet, I found something else to use. So, and that just happened like literally 2 days ago, that I figured out, what, I think I'm gonna just opt out of buying the Warbler, so let me go ahead and just do something else. So instead I'm using plastic, like gallon, like milk jugs or whatever, and I think it's gonna look pretty fucking cool, and I don't have to spend that cash on that. So there comes a point where you're like, fuck it, we're a week out. I think it's time to just kind of move on from that idea. whether it's budgeting or the piece hasn't come in, unless it's a really pivotal piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kairos, I know you have a big costume that you're going to be unveiling at Spooky, so I would love for you to weigh in on this. Considering you also put a video, you did a video on the Facebook not too long ago about costuming, so I would love to hear your opinion on this.
Yeah, most people are probably not as anal and crazy obsessive as I am about accuracy and authenticity, because the costume that I'm doing specifically, since you brought it up, maybe myself and Ashley's boyfriend are probably the only people that would know if something was wrong with it. But if the question as far as a piece, like Robbie and Mike said, it depends on the piece itself. If it is something that is detrimental to the whole outfit and it still hasn't arrived and it's a week out, me personally, because I just had that thing with the shoes, the boots for the outfit that I had no idea if they were going to be here or not. And if they weren't going to be here, all the work that I've done on it, fuck it, I wasn't going to wear it. But that's just me. If it does not look perfect to my standards, I won't wear it. But if you can take what you're doing and go, okay, well, shit, this isn't here, and do like Robbie suggested and say, okay, well, let me readjust what my goal is. And then you move towards, okay, well, here's what I already have, and let's see what we can do with that and move forward. That's cool. But like Mike said, if you can make it yourself, yeah, at this point, you just got to kind of bite the bullet and go, fuck it, I didn't want to do it. But if I want to do this costume and I know I can make it, I'm going to go ahead and have to make it. But
yeah, and for me, it's like, if it's something I think I'm going to have to order, especially if I know it's going to be close cutting it, I always try to make a plan B.
Yeah.
Before I go ahead and order that thing, I always make some kind of plan B where I know in advance, okay, if this doesn't arrive in time, I'm going to do this instead, like a week in advance. But usually it's when I plan costumes, I have to plan it in advance because a lot of the things that I want to do, I have to make myself.
Yep, me too.
But when it comes to like ordering things, having a plan B, C, D, F, Q, Z, Y, and having multiple backup plans is honestly the best way to go.
And shit will go wrong. Yes. It's not if shit will go wrong.
Every fucking time.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. When it goes wrong. But
yeah.
I've done that too, Kairos. I've gone to the point where if it's not, I mean, I have a costume in here actually right now that I made for when Doug Bradley was supposed to be there last time when the hurricane hit, and what I was waiting for, it just didn't, work out exactly how I wanted to. So I've never worn the fucking costume, and they're $300 sitting like right here, and I've invested my time and everything, and I just, I don't know, I don't have the heart to wear it.
I will say this about that. To those that don't know the costume, they will probably think, "Oh God, that's the best thing ever," but for those of us that know what it's supposed to look like, it's like, it doesn't feel right and it doesn't look right, so you're not satisfied with it. So when you put it on, you're like, you don't portray this is who I am. I am, the hell demon from the netherworld and the seventh circle of hell. I'm going to eat your soul and shit your brains out. Excuse my euphemisms, but you know what it's supposed to be, and you're just not satisfied with it. So like everyone else said, if you can do it, you're probably gonna have to bite that bullet and go, fuck it, I gotta do this, or I may have to make an adjustment. But in the end, you have to be the one that feels right wearing it.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I'm dealing with that myself. There's a costume of mine that is not fitting that the way it should. So I'm like, okay. So, and the thing is, I mean, and this is a character. So it's like when I actually look at pictures of the character, I got to go with one of the alternate versions because the original didn't work out. So yeah, like Astara said, always have a backup plan. Like Robbie said, look around the house, see what you can actually finagle into it. That could make a good plan B. So, I mean, they're all absolutely dead on.
One last little thing I do kind of want to say about this, because we do have people that watch us and have had concerns about some of the things that have been said. I said it in my video, but I just want to officially reiterate this again. That when it comes to these opinions about costuming, I know that there aren't as many people out there that are as, obsessive about it as I am. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to, or anyone is going to come up to you and say, like I said, wow, that's a really bad, oh, you're wearing fucking tennis shoes, you suck. No one's going to do that, but we may have conversations about it later. But like I said in the video, we'll do it sneakily behind your back, so you won't hear about it.
And more importantly, you make do with what you have.
But I mean, honestly.
And if it's something you're comfortable wearing it as it is,
then do it.
Then, more power to you. I full-heartedly believe in the 10-foot rule. If it looks good on me from 10 feet away, then it's fucking fine.
But like Mike said, you have to be you, not me, not Demi, not Robbie, not Astara, not Mike, nobody else but you. You have to be comfortable with it. And if you did the effort, like I said in the thing, it'll go noticed. It may not be, the best, absolute perfect thing in the world, but your effort, people can see effort, and people can also see half-assedness.
That's right.
And, but if you did the best that you could, not one person at Spooky is going to come up to you and say shit to you, because as opinionated as I am, if they do, come find me and let me have a conversation with them about the costume that they didn't wear. And then they're going to talk about somebody else.
I was going to say that, and it's usually people that are the quote unquote snobs who, the color isn't right. It's supposed to be teal, not blue. Well, fuck you. It looks good. I put all this into it. You kiss my ass, call me grass, go suck a monkey's dick. I'm sorry.
All right.
Suck a monkey's dick. Is that police code?
No, I'm going to make that one up.
Yeah. In Nassau County, we'd call that like a Signal 65. So.
Good to know. Signal 65. Okay, that's good. Okay, just going back to the Elvira Funkos for just a second. Those of you that are planning on getting them, we would suggest putting them in the hotel safe. Because with the chaotic behavior we've seen from some of the Funko fans that are not Spooky fans, we don't know if people are going to try to rob people or how this is going to go. It's better to err on the side of caution. When you get yours, go back to your hotel room, put it in the safe. Keep it there. It's not
actual spooky people you have to worry about. It's all those other motherfuckers.
No, exactly. Yeah. Yep. And also remember that that probably inside the hotel, just saying, if you have to have a wristband to get into Spooky, but there could be potentially people waiting outside the hotel, the convention area, to maybe see where you're at, where you're staying, where your car is, or whatever. Because people get fucking stupid for shit like this. So just remember that. Again, not spooky people, other people that may be trying to get their hands on these things to be able to make money off of them. So essentially, that's what it comes down to.
How would you recommend, like, say someone's worried, they buy a Funko thing and, they're leaving, they don't have a really good way to conceal it, or they're afraid, like, if they just have it in their purse, what would you suggest somebody do to kind of hide it a little bit better than just, like, having it on their person? I think if you take an empty chip bag with you, and you stick it in like the chip bag, maybe have a little bit of paper in there as well to make it look like a full bag of chips. If somebody does, on the off chance, like happen to try to like get into your bag or confront you about it, you have a bag of chips. You don't know what Funko Pop they're talking about. Like,
well, I would say not even, if you're going to take a bag, go look. Walmart's got them. Publix has got them. Get those reusable grocery bags they have. Take it, throw it in there. It's got straps on it. Put it over your arm. Put it over your shoulder. And hold, and then walk out. It takes more for someone to try and yank it off of your shoulder than to snatch it out of your hand. Knowing, and actually, knowing the guys that are there, because I've made friends with a lot of the guys that work as a detail. The sheriff's department, some of OPD. If that happens, I guarantee you they're going to be on top of it, especially with it being the venue like it is. It's not a huge convention center. So it's not like, the convention center where MegaCon is, where they've got 80 million people that they have to sort through. This is something that they can do right away.
Also, make some noise. Make some noise. Somebody tries to take your shit, you fucking scream, you yell, because we're spooky family. Somebody's gonna fucking hear you. Somebody's gonna help you, and that's just gonna fucking spread. So make noise. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? That brings up something. We were going to talk about it a little later in the program, but someone did bring it up in the chat room. The Spooky Empire Brute Squad. I would like Mike to address this because you can easily go up to someone of the Brute Squad if you have one of these Funkos and need someone to escort you back to your room. I mean, so Mike, tell them about who the Brute Squad are. We'll post pictures on the Facebook page, but go ahead.
Yeah, literally, we're just a bunch of guys, a bunch of volunteers who have been, or let me correct that, we're not volunteers. We're a bunch of fans who have been going to Spooky that we have looked out for each other for any number of reasons. I mean, I've literally walked people back to their rooms when they've been too drunk to walk because they're worried about Dude Bro trying to, get on them, any one of us, and if Mo was here, you would see Mo, me, Mo, a couple other guys. We're not security by any stretch of the imagination, so don't come running up to me saying, "Oh, security." No, that's not me. I'm there basically like a big brother. That's pretty much what I am, And if you want to come,
that's a good analogy, yeah.
If you want to come hang out with me, hang out with my family, if you trust me, you will be safe around me and my family. I'm not the kind of guy that, because my daughter comes and I'm put this out there. If I see a motherfucker, I'm gonna stab a motherfucker. Look, I will stab a motherfucker. Okay, do not.
I love the bat.
Oh, the bat lift. Love the bat lift.
Yeah, look, I'm definitely one that will look out for people, and if you need security, hey, by all means, I'm gonna direct you to who you need to go to. But in the same manner, you come hang out with me, you drink with me. That's at your own risk. Drink with me, have fun, but we're not gonna let you get in any trouble. We're not gonna let you get taken advantage of. Because like I said, if my daughter comes, and I would expect that these guys look out for my daughter like I would look out for yours. That's pretty much
I had
it.
somebody ask me a question. Actually, somebody wants to join the Brood Squad. How would they go about it? Should they just
come see me?
Come see you? Okay. Because I had somebody message me. They're like, I'm totally down. Another big dude that has always in the convention area that he's like, hey, I wanna be part of this. So I'll definitely tell him I'm gonna see you then.
Yeah, come see. I'm not that. Trust me, I'm like a walking tree trunk. I'm not that.
Totally. Yeah, I'm sure you know the person I'm talking about anyway. So.
Yeah, well, they actually have armbands, and there's about 6 of them, and there's like Svein, Justin, Nick, Mike, Mo, and someone I'm forgetting. But we'll put a photo on the Facebook page. Keep an eye there. So, like I said, this is a Big Brother neighborhood watch sort of thing. So if someone's kind of, not being cool, and security's busy doing something else, look for Big Daddy Mike, couple other people, and they'll hook you up. Also, and Astara was talking about how to get the Funko out of the autograph room and into your room. Spooky is in the chat room, and they did say you could purchase one of their tote bags. Mm-hmm. Actually, because it's in the list of exclusives that they're releasing. I don't know if you guys have seen the shirt that they're releasing, the Kiss Meets of the Phantom of the Park. Oh my God, the poster that they're doing, the Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park poster. I'm dying. Yeah. They've got leggings. They have got shot glasses. They've got coffee mugs. Oh my God, they've got coffee mugs. I don't know. I mean, have you guys looked at the exclusives that they're going to be selling at Spooky this year?
And I can honestly tell you that if I get one of those, the guys at the Pete, they're going to expect me to come back with another coffee mug, because I go in every day. I have a giant ass coffee mug, and if I don't have it, they think something's wrong. So I got to get a new coffee mug and come here like.
I looked up in the beginning, the coffee mug. Absolutely.
Yes, coffee mugs on my list for sure. I need that for work.
Yeah, I looked at it, like I woke up this evening and that was the first thing I saw on my Facebook feed was like a bunch of the merchandise and stuff that's there. And I'm telling you guys, one of the traditions, and I'm sure it's pretty much the same for everybody, not just the t-shirt. Like I think between the 4 or 5 of us or whatever that's on the website, if we took all of our spooky shirts and put them in a pile on the floor, it probably would go to the goddamn ceiling. And I mean, the shirts are always a fun tradition. I'm loving the idea of the coffee mug, the Gilman Tiki mug, bad ass. Bad.
I missed the Bill Hisman Tiki mug. I am so pissed about that, because that was a definite one that I wanted to get.
Speaking of Bill, do me a favor. Go over to over there on that counter and hand me that magazine that's sitting there.
Yeah.
So,
and I just for a second, I just want to interject about the t-shirts that they're selling this year. I'm loving what they're doing with the t-shirts. It's not just the unisex size that they have. They actually have the raglan t-shirts. If you remember like the 80s kind of baseball jerseys or concert tees they used to have with just like the dark body on the shirt and then the white sleeves.
Mhm.
Oh my God, they did this, and they have the groovy ghoulies. Those of you that are old school like us,
Right.
the groovy fucking ghoulies. I lost my mind. They're like Kiss on Destroyer, but the groovy ghoulies. I'm like, I'm lining up for that because amazing. You want to talk about Squeak really put in a lot this year for the exclusives. Oh my God. Love it. And the leggings, yes.
Real quick, because I don't want to.
Go ahead.
Couple of weeks ago, I mentioned it, and I hadn't gotten it yet. But we just had mentioned Bill, and anytime we mention Bill, like all of our hearts just break and shatter. But he is on the cover of the most recent edition of Scary Monsters magazine. And it is a whole interactive thing, which this magazine's never done before, where you can go online. There's a website that they put in here where you can do interactive things with the zombies, and they used footage of Bill and like did CG stuff with it in it, so you can see him again. And
it's pretty much like you're getting chased by Bill himself.
Yeah.
See?
Aww. That's awesome.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a big grumpy ass man, but I'm about to.
No, we gotta drink to Bill just because, man. We gotta drink to Bill.
To Bill.
To Bill, man.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail that, but
no, perfectly fine.
Bill's worth it. Bill's worth it. You
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Like I said, this also goes into, we're going to post that on the Facebook page as well, the link that we get to that, so you can go out and get that. Keep an eye on the Facebook page, because even during the convention, a number of us will probably be streaming live. I know like last week we talked about food in the rooms and recipes, like crock pot recipes, which Robbie is the queen of, let's be honest. That woman right there, when it comes to food in the room,
man, I'm
telling you. She does. Yeah. See, you heard that Latina come out of her for that. You heard that. The Latina mom right there.
Oh no, but I'm excited. This year we have a villa, so we are actually gonna have a stove and an oven, and I'm so excited. I have my menu planned and like my grocery list, and I'm excited.
see, I don't know, because Kairos might have to give her a run for her money for room food.
Cook off! It'd be like Spooky Chef. We'll be like
Chef and Spooky Empire Iron Chef.
I think maybe we can collaborate, which would be even better than a throw.
Oh hell yes!
2 chefs is better than 1.
That is yes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and we might stream it on the page. Who knows? I mean, me over here, I'm just gonna be sitting here with the ironing board and the iron and the grilled cheese, and I'm only making prison sandwiches. Okay, I'm going full on hood. I'm making. That's right. I'm going full on hood. I'm making prison sandwiches. That's for damn sure.
Should be screaming out, CO, I ain't got enough cheese in this motherfucker. Taking my
definitely keep an eye on So keep an eye on the Facebook page. We're going to be streaming stuff like that. We'll be streaming from some of the parties, so you guys can see like the stuff that's going on, and we'll probably do a recap like the last day, like Sunday or something like that. We'll do a video of all of us together, blah blah blah, all that good stuff. Also, the creators track. One of the things that before I even get to that, skipped over something important. My bad. We wanted to talk about etiquette when it comes to stuff like the burlesque show and the shadow casts.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Asara, go right ahead. I can hear you going, girl. Go right ahead.
Okay, so first of all, if you've never been to a shadow cast before, so Spooky is they're doing a repo shadow cast, then immediately followed by a Rocky Horror Picture Show shadow cast. And if you've never been to a shadow cast before, just expect there will be people talking and interacting with the people performing. So it's going to be really rude, like to tell someone to shut up, or just because you don't understand like how that sort of thing actually works. So just be forewarned. There will be people shouting out obscene things in
Singing
between
along.
song lyrics, singing
Yes.
along. You might
Asshole.
find it obnoxious, yeah, but that's part of the fun of it. That's been Shadowcast culture for decades, and
Before it was even called that.
exactly.
Right.
So just don't be an asshole like intentionally because you don't understand. Like people are interacting with the show on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not trying to disrupt you and your experience. It's all one giant experience.
Oh yeah, and it's a big, I mean, you'll get sucked into it. I used to, back in the early 90s, we had a local Rocky cast here. And at the Murray Hill Theater on Friday nights, Fridays and Saturdays, we did it. And it is so much fun. If you've never been to Rocky, people say, oh, well, I've seen Rocky. No,
It's not the same.
No. You don't see Rocky. You are part of it.
Yeah.
Same thing with Repo, which is going to be really cool because I've never seen, honestly, a shadow cast of anything other than Rocky because that's what I used to do back in the day. But Repo, I mean, come on now. A lot of us love it. It's going to be interesting to see the shadow cast. So put that on your calendars. And I completely stole your Steam, so I'm gonna
it just I was just saying, just basically just know in advance that interacting and singing along and shouting out in a really inappropriate, not child friendly words and phrases and stuff in between lyrics and stuff like that is part of the entire experience. And it's not like when you go to a movie theater and someone's like talking and you can't fucking listen to the movie because you can't hear. No, it's a whole
hey, Chucky Gray, he's got no fecka neck.
Audience participation is like 65% of the show.
Yeah. And props. You will find, you'll find people throwing toast at the screen and water guns, or at least they let us do it. I don't know
about this one, but
Yeah, well, probably not in the hotel, but
yeah. But back in the day, man.
Toast.
Yep, toast,
Yeah.
water
Rice.
guns, lighters.
Rice for the wedding.
Yep.
And burlesque. Oh my God. Okay, so first of all, burlesque.
I'm gonna go in the kitchen for a second because she about to throw some shit down.
They're not strippers. It's the art of striptease, yes, but it's an art form. It's not, hey, I'm gonna go to the nudie club and I'm gonna just flash my hoo-hoo everywhere.
Hallelujah!
So don't yell at the performers to like take their tops off. Or don't try to just randomly slap burlesque performers on the ass when they walk by. We know who you are.
Don't touch them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
Don't touch the performers. Tip them. Tip them because they are working their asses off. Months of choreography goes into it. Creating costumes, and it's an art form. So don't just take it for granted like you're going to a Wednesday night strip joint.
Who goes to a strip joint on a Wednesday night?
Right? Like who's sitting around work and they're just like, hey, James, what you doing tonight, man? Hey, let's go over. I mean, who?
But I mean, the burlesque performers absolutely need to respect and tip them well because, that's
hard work.
It's very hard work. But it's more importantly, don't fucking touch them.
Yeah.
Do not touch them.
Don't touch them. Don't scream out things like, show me your tits, stuff like that. Because if you do, I might have to elbow you in the throat.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just being honest. Like,
And on the tipping part, and I'm going to interject here. If you tip them, that does not mean they're going to sleep with you.
No. No. Absolutely not.
no.
Do not expect them to, oh, he gave me money, so I need to go be with him. Don't expect it. Don't look for it. Don't ask for it.
Nope.
It ain't
Yeah,
happening.
it's so sad.
Definitely not.
It's so sad that we have to say this. Oh my God, it's so sad that we have to say this.
Yeah.
Robbie,
I
you
did
look like
wanna
you
say
want to
something
chime in
about
here.
that.
Yeah, please.
Also, keep in mind when you're going to a burlesque show, I understand that this year Spooky, it's going to be a little early in the day, but keep in mind when you're there, because I know Spooky Empire could be, it's a family friendly environment and all that. If you go watch burlesque, there's going to be titties and ass and probably a lot of it, and provocative dancing, a lot of depending on what they're doing or whatever. So just keep in mind that whenever you go to a burlesque show, it's usually 18 and over. So at Spooky, even though it's a family friendly environment, just keep in mind about that, and don't get pissed if you walk into the burlesque show with your kid and they're ogling at the titties because you brought them in there.
First off, if you bring your kid into a burlesque show, it's something wrong with you to begin with.
I'm just saying because I don't, it's you don't know, there's going to be a lot of families there, and it is early on in the night. So I mean, it's 6:30 in the afternoon, really. Kids are still up at that time, and I'm just saying, if you find your way into the burlesque show and you have children, keep in mind that that's what's going on in there. You may want to maybe step out. Yeah.
Also, remember that when you do go to a burlesque show, I'm always the big historian type person of the group. Mm-hmm. Think about it this way. When you are participating and witnessing the art, and it is an art of burlesque, you are participating in something that your grandfather would have enjoyed, your great-grandfather would have enjoyed, and it's something that our boys that came back from World War II enjoyed. It was a bunch of the USO girls back in the day. It is something that almost died out. The whole art form almost died out. And
I was
it's
I was going to say something about that also, because burlesque in and of itself was originally done on Broadway and off-Broadway performances. They weren't done in sleazy, underground. So some of them were, but for the most part, burlesque in and of itself originally was a Broadway show.
Yes.
And that's how it started. So, let's understand that's what these ladies and gentlemen are doing, because there are some guys that are up there also.
That's right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
They're actually carrying forward with an art form that started way before any of us were even thought about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't be expecting the horn and please welcome to the stage. None of that.
No.
That's not working.
No.
And ladies and gentlemen, the stage now is Bubbles and Diamond.
Yeah, no.
If you tip the performers, they're probably not going to give you a lap dance.
Yeah, no, there are no lap dancings.
Oh,
no.
Come on now.
None of that shit.
You get a smile.
No champagne room. None of that shit.
No sex in the champagne room.
No sex in the champagne room. No sex. Oh man, cornbread.
No, it's
nothing wrong with that.
It's just sad that we have to say this, but unfortunately there are going to be a lot of new people at Spooky, a lot of people that have never been to a convention before, and they're not sure what to expect. So we're doing this to try to help your experience and try to help you avoid being the asshole when we get a little mean with you, when you're trying to give the burlesque dancer a slap on the ass, or you're bringing your 2-year-old to Rocky Horror or whatever. Just don't think.
In saying that, to all you new people that are either watching live or be watching later, please don't mistake that we are being dicks, pricks, or whatever it is to you. We're just forewarning you. Hey, this is not your typical convention. This is not, this is not the anime kids running and glomping on you. This is not,
no
big corporate, machine that's running around and getting, millions and millions of people to come in. This is a quote unquote fan and family run organization. Edie and Gina put their hearts into this, and for those of us that remember, the hurricane, literally he put his house on the line, and I made it a point to, you're rescheduling the show, my ass will be there. My wife was there. Oh, you put your house on the line, we got VIPs. You did that for us. Reschedule dude, I'm going to support you every day of the week. So we're not talking to, you if you understand the culture of this convention, we're not talking to you. We're talking to those who you are new and you think this is like every other convention you've been to, and you can act the same way. Don't do that.
I mean, we want to make more friends and families, so it'd be awesome if the new people can become eventually a part of the Spooky family, because that's what we like. We want to grow, right?
Agreed.
So definitely, Mike, thanks for bringing that up. That's awesome. Sure.
Yeah, no, that's a great point, because it's unfortunately that most of the VIP, from what I understand, were bought by X-Files fans. So a lot of these people are coming in very much like Once Upon a Time, where they're coming in specifically just for that, and they don't realize there's a whole world outside that autograph room.
Right.
And we'd like you to be a part of that. We want you to join us. We want you to be a part of the family. In order to do that, we want you to understand a bit of the landscape that you're getting yourself into. So hopefully that helps out a bit.
That's why I said, because I know a lot of people were pissed. Oh, he took our money. No, that man literally put his house on the line so you people could have a great time at his convention. No, he started mayhem years ago because there was such a hoo-ha about, well, how come he can't get this? He went that extra step for you. So please understand, this is the convention you're coming to. You're coming to a convention where he is willing to give his all. His family gives his all. We give our all as, attendees. That's the convention you're coming to. You're not coming to the big corporate run machine.
Yeah.
No. And we know a lot of people, unfortunately, are just going to show up and line up and get David Duchovny's autograph and then leave. Well, you're missing out on a great experience.
Exactly.
Put it this way.
That's fine. Good riddance, I guess.
So like what Mike was saying about, us putting our heart and soul. One of the things that broke my heart more than anything with the hurricane, I was at that time recalled by the local department that I was with at the time. And then in December, I said, okay, no, we're going in December. Unfortunately, the sheriff's office had other plans for me that weekend, and I wasn't able to go. And that broke my heart because I love, the whole protecting and serving the community. But at the same time, I also love my spooky family too. And it was like, man, it broke my heart to not be able to go that year because
it was actually that reschedule was pretty fucking cool. It ended up being really cool in December or whatever because we had loads of Krampuses and just all these other elements into it. That was a good way. It was off a little bit, but the people that made it, just made it awesome. So.
Yeah, we got to spend Christmas with our spooky family.
That's
what could be better than that?
Which is rare. We don't.
And I miss all of you.
Oh, because
that was a rough weekend locally here. That was a rough weekend.
Yeah.
So again, for those of you that are coming, we're not talking to the first timers that are coming to enjoy themselves. We're talking to the first timers who are going to come bitch, whine, moan, and complain.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. That note, I want to reiterate that those of you that are watching the Facebook page, keep an eye on it this week. We got a lot of content we're going to be rolling out, and we're talking about Spooky Family, and we want you guys to be part of Spooky Family. We've got a video up, the mobile app. We started going over that last week, how to work the mobile app so you guys can, get figure out who's going to what and everything. That's all on there. The packing lists. There's going to be more videos uploaded in the next week from these guys. So keep an eye on that. We're also going to be talking about things like new vendors and the creators track. Someone reached out to us this week, Mark Muncie, who is in charge of EeriFlorida.com, EERIE Florida.com. There's a lot of weird stuff around Florida. I mean, we hear about Skunk Ape and Florida Man and stuff like that, but there's all sorts of really wild and fucked up shit around Florida. And I'm not talking about just Methville, Bithlo, or whatever. No, I'm talking about abandoned places and haunted places. For example, the bar where Aileen Wuornos used to hang out, that's not too far from here. Stuff like that. See, there we go. But Mike can tell you, there's a lot of really freaky stuff in Florida, and I'm sure Kairos knows about just some of the weird stuff that's around Florida. And apparently they're releasing a new book called Freaky Florida at the con. That's their second book, and it's going to be wild. I mean, what are some of the weird things that around Florida, for example?
If I cut off real quick, it's because the phone's about to die. But there is the lighthouse in St. Augustine. There is the Houston. There's the Houston Cemetery by Little Talbot Island in Jacksonville, which is an old slave, they were slaves at the time, but it's a slave graveyard. There's even abandoned, the shotgun houses out there. There are
Black Rock.
There's Black Rock, which is a beach with literal black sand and dead trees here in Jacksonville. There are. God, there's a lot of stuff in Riverside. Our Riverside and Five Points, a lot of those houses are from the 19 teens and 20s. A lot of them have been made into little apartments, but Me personally, in my semi-professional work as a Taoist priest, there are places that I've gone and performed ceremonies for and things like that people joke about, oh, well, it's the TAPS guys with it's scientific one, it's a bunch of this, that, and the other. And yeah, a lot of stuff can be explained. But me personally, there are some things out there that and Florida's full of it because of our history. I mean,
Casadega is one place.
Yes, Casadega.
Yeah. Casadega is not too far from where I live at. There are a bunch of Wiccans as well as witches. And yes, there is a difference, people. There is a difference. There are spiritualists. There are druids. There is
Espiritistas, santeros, paleros, all of that.
Right. And I kid you not, I was working.
Got a bruja right there.
I was working back when I was doing pest control years ago. There are parts of Casadega, and don't ask me why it is, that my truck just would not operate properly in.
That place is
that
weird,
for what it is.
Man. That place is got some crazy energy. Could be the limestone people
take it for what it is.
Whatever it is.
There are certain places my truck did not want to work. Other places it did fine, but there are certain places in Casadega that it just would not perform the way it should have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so basically, Mark Muncy, check him out at the Creators Track. He's with EerieFlorida.com. Make sure you check it out. Check out the book because, I mean, there's a lot of really awesome stuff in Florida. And who knows, after Spooky, maybe you go check some of it out because some of it's not too far from Spooky, actually. So, like Casadega, it's about an hour. So, something to think about. Also, actually, and I know Mike wanted to touch on this, props and weapons, because we know, especially since this con is going to be like 20, 30,000 people, this is something we probably need to go over again. And if anyone knows anything about props and weapons, it's Big Daddy Mike.
Okay. To be on a serious note, everyone's seen everything about, all the shootings and things that go on all over the place. Okay. Please understand that the prop and weapon policy is in place for a reason. Okay. Just to kind of give you, I'm not gonna. Okay. Now, to preface this, these are my personals. This is not my duty weapon. These are my personals. Okay. Which one of these is real? Which one of them isn't?
Wow.
Okay. Which one is real? Which one isn't?
Well, I mean, they're both real, right?
Even looking at the, where the magazine goes in. Which one is real? Which one isn't? Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Right? There is a reason why that they check these things. There's a reason why they say do not bring certain things. Okay. Now, the one with the orange tip is the fake one. Okay. If you couldn't tell that, how do you think these guys are going to be able to tell that? So do not bitch and moan when they say we need to zip tie your shit. Okay. Yeah. Don't bitch and moan about that.
Don't worry. It can be photoshopped out. No big deal.
I have literally 2 plastic rubber knives that are zip tied. Why? Because it shows that they are safe for the convention. Trust me, I'm a law enforcement official. I am a professional. I carry a gun for a living. I have no problem with this shit. If I don't have a problem with it, shut the fuck up and let these guys do their job. Okay? I can easily hide that for a picture. Okay? Please understand that these rules are in place for a reason. They're not doing it to make your shit look bad, to throw off your costume. Above all else, we all want to be safe. You want to be safe. Let these guys do their job. Do not hassle them. Okay? I hate to say it like that, but seriously, it's got to that point where now these things have to be put in place. And to hear every time we go, someone bitching and moaning about, well, why do I have to have this done? Well, I just have a giant hammer that's made out of plastic. Okay, believe it or not, a giant plastic hammer can fucking hurt also. Right? So if they're telling you they need to check it for something, bite your fucking tongue and let them do their job. Okay, they're there to help make your convention a good experience. Because I'd be damned if someone comes up to me with one of those big ass Harley Quinn hammers, swinging it at me and hits me. I'm going to be extremely pissed. Okay, trust me, you do not want me extremely pissed at you. All right, even before being a cop, you do not want me fucking mad at you. Seriously. So let these people do it. I mean, and I'm gonna be honest, Spooky they're not as hard charging as some of the other conventions are when it comes to their proper weapon policy. So again, understand that they're doing this for you. They're doing it for your safety. They're doing it because they care about you. Is their policy lax? By other standards that I've seen, maybe so. But you know what? They understand that you're there to have fun and they want you to have fun. But there comes a point in time when you just have to, know when not to speak. Shut the fuck up, stand in line, get your zip tied. And again, it's a plastic fucking knife.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
If I have no problem with it, you should have no problem with it. Plastic knife, zip tied. It's still zip tied from the last convention. Okay? I hate to say it that way, but really, folks, it's the people that are bitching and moaning the most are the ones who are, either, oh, well, I have to have my costume look 100%. So do I. But I'm willing to make a concession. You can zip tie it around the trigger and still hold it and not see a zip tie. Oh, another thing, and this is my own personal thing, and I'm pretty sure you'll agree to this. If you don't have a fucking orange tip on there and you come at me with this, we're going to have issues.
You're going down.
Yeah.
We're going to have issues. It is also illegal not to have that orange tip. So if you come at me with this, we're going to have some problems.
Absolutely.
Also, when you're like taking pictures, even if they're fake weapons, don't point them at people.
No.
That's just courtesy.
I've had even before the law enforcement thing, I was raised here in the South. I was raised by a bunch of guns. My dad had a bunch of guns. Even when they bought me the toy guns and we would play Cowboys and Indians or whatever, blah, blah, blah. My father told me, even as a child, even if it's a fake cap gun, you do not ever point a weapon, fake or otherwise, at someone unless you intend on using it. Right. And
especially since this is a family-friendly event, you don't know whose child, if you're pointing even your prop weapon at somebody, you don't know whose child's going to see you do that and then think that's okay.
When I do the shadow, I'm like Carl. Carl and I both, the shadow is one of our favorite characters, and I have a set of replica 1911s. But I never, any of the poses I do with it, I typically always do the one where it's up like this, or I'll do it like this. I never point, it bothers me when I see pictures of people, even though the costume looks great, and I'm looking at the barrel of even orange tip guns, like Mike said. That just, it's to me, it's common sense, but I guess that's lacking with a lot of people.
You have to think, not for nothing, but, after Pulse here in Orlando, there's a lot of people that've got some serious fucking trauma with that kind of shit. And come on, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas after Pulse and after all these things, dude.
Of course,
come on. Not, you don't want to trigger that fucked up anxiety. I work at the college and I talk to students all the time, and we see students from down there all the time, and I can't even imagine that kind of fucking trauma they must have. So just be mindful of those sorts of things. Yeah, we're playing, but don't pretend that you're going to shoot somebody, because it's not funny. Yeah.
Not only that, I guarantee you the guys that work in detail there from the Sheriff's Department and OPD, they're not going to take it lightly. Okay, they will not take it lightly, especially
it's not funny.
Especially now with with cops being hated the way they are, and you walk around and start pointing guns at people, it is not going to go good for you at all.
Nope.
The other thing is legally, 100% legally, it is against the law. That is you're breaking. If you point the gun at me, I'm going to take it as it is a deadly threat. You are actually assaulting me with a deadly weapon. That is against the law. Okay. You get somebody that knows that and wants to press charges on that, guess what? Your convention is over. You will be spending some time behind bars somewhere, being somebody's bitch. Okay, so let's not go that route. Let's all have fun. Keep your orange tips on, like Robbie said, they can be photoshopped out later. Seriously, you know.
Yeah. It's not hard.
Yeah, and I say that as not only as I'm a father, so if I have my daughter there,
Me too.
and I see some shit go down, I'm acting as father first, and father first says, "You mess with my child, you have just now angered a 300+ pound gorilla, and we're going to have major issues." Okay, that's just the way it goes. You know, Robbie has her daughter there, and I guarantee you.
Oh yeah.
Robbie's not the biggest woman in the world. She's a little thing, but I guarantee you. Look, it would surprise me if I did not hear Robbie say, "I'll stab a bitch over my girl."
Oh yeah. Don't even start.
And she's Hispanic, so she will.
She's at that age, you know, she's 16, so she's getting, you know, blossoming and wanting to. Thankfully, she's conservative, so, but oh my God, that shit skeeves me out.
Yeah, but she will stab a bitch. I'm gonna be right there with you.
I will.
See, and I'll fuck if this rerun hat. Don't let this rerun hat fool you. Okay, I'll go full on 110th Street on you. Okay, so.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
That's right. That's right. I throw down. Okay. But basically, what it comes down to is be cognizant of the people around you. And what it comes down to is basically the golden rule. Okay. Don't be assholes to staff. Don't be aware of your surroundings. And, you know, like if you're carrying around, for example, like if you're carrying around like a big prop axe or whatever, don't start swinging it, you know, carry it close to yourself. You're going to be walking around a bunch of people. Be aware, especially in your dealings with staff and other people. Yeah, exactly.
I have big prop axe. It does not get swung. It stays close to me. So she's not joking. She says big prop axe.
Yeah.
This was actually bought at Spooky, by the way.
Yeah, man. Take care of each other. You know.
That's what it comes down to, man.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, and that's why we started this, is because we want you to be part of the Spooky family. We want you guys to watch out for each other. We want to watch out for you, and that's what this really is all about.
But the problem is, or not the problem, but once the thing is, once you do become family, like I said in the other video, expect to get shit, because we give each other shit all the time. That's how we show we love. If I'm fucking with you, that means I like you. Like if I'm not talking to you at all, that means stay the fuck away from me, because I can't stand your face. But if I'm fucking with you and giving you shit and you're giving me shit, we're cool. Yeah. Like, and we all do it. Like, that's the thing. So like Rob said in the last episode, like, thicken your fucking skin up. I mean, because if you want to be part of us, we're just those kind of people. So expect to get it. And we expect you to give it to us. So, you know. Now,
the caveat to that is, if you bribe me with a bottle of Southern Comfort, I might be on your side.
We can be bought. We can be bought.
Yes. We're not above bribe.
Yeah. But that be
Funko figures.
Yeah.
Actually, Blades of Booze is the way to my heart. Booze, I should say. Blades of Booze. There you go. The 3 B's.
The 3 B's. That being said, you know what, we're going to start wrapping it up because we did go a little over, but yeah, we need to get back to Hell Week. We're going to be like crazy posting stuff on the Facebook page, posting stuff on YouTube, because we're all crazy getting packed and trying to finish costumes and get there so we can actually just relax and be part of the Spooky family and revel in everything that is spooky and everything that is these guys right here. If you see us at the convention, come up, tell us you love the show, lie to us if you have to.
Yeah, you know.
And
a good drink.
But yeah, absolutely. Buy us a drink. You know, like I said, we can be bought. And yeah, give us some shit, man. I mean, you know, say what you want about my rerun hat. I'm loving it. I don't care.
Hey.
But yeah, so thanks for tuning in, and we want to thank Big Daddy Mike, we haven't seen in a while.
Yay.
We're looking forward to hanging out with him.
Yeah, I go back to ski, so my nights will be a little more freer. So it's hard to work nights.
And then we got our local bruja there, or the bruja chola. Is that a thing?
Órale.
Chola bruja. Órale. Órale. And then we got our old fuck white trash aristocrat goths over there.
No such thing as aged well.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys Thursday night or Friday, I guess. So
yeah, see you guys next week. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.